What's up, my Pugnos? Andy with Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, guys, we're going to be going over the leather folio Strada case from the folks at Otterbox. This is for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, as the title suggests. And we're going to do a quick comparison of it with the Horween leather from the folks at Nomad. This is their folio equivalent here that I've been using for some time, which I actually appreciate. But this is really expensive. This is pushing on $100. And if you wanted something that's a little more affordable, but also provides you 3 times the military grade protection, keep an eye on this one. Let's check it out. The Strada from the folks at Otterbox, I think, is an awesome way to level up your lifestyle, but as well as giving you that comfort and satisfaction that it's 3 times the protection of the military grade for drops. This is like a 8 to 10 foot drop. It's able to last like, what is it? Couple hundred times, if not 1,000. With that said, what I like about the Otterbox, they provide a really nice case, as well as eco-friendly materials that you can replace and recycle. The majority of the case is used from recyclable material, and we can get rid of that before we jump into it. Wow, this is a premium leather folio that I love. Folio stands for like portfolio, meaning that it goes all the way around your phone. You can see the camera array punched out with a flap that goes all the way around the front. As you can see here, it's a little bit different design than the folio from the Horween leather with Nomad. They opted into the strap being on the other side, which I think is smart. You know what? I actually think it's way better because this impedes on the Magsafe, and we'll demonstrate that here in a second. But nonetheless, let me show you what this folio looks like, if this is certainly something that you guys should consider leveling up. First and foremost, I noticed a couple of things here, that the leather does definitely end here at the edge. It doesn't wrap around like the Horween leather from Nomad, so it exposes a lot more of the polycarbonate case. This is like a TPC material, which is a little bit, well, actually, you know what? This is probably polycarbonate rather than a TPC. The Nomad is much more rigid on the case because they use, you know, obviously their polycarbonate and TPC blend. You know that it's what is happening there? What's going on with the leather? Look at that. You know, I think that is real leather hide, but it's kind of tanned weird. Look at that. As opposed to the Horween leather, when you fold it back, you do get kind of the grain there, but it's not as pronounced on the Strada. Nonetheless, I really like how rigid this is. It seems like it's a very strong polycarbonate as opposed to like a cardboard. As you open it here, you can see that it's lined with a microfiber material. And you've got the 2 slots here for your cards, as opposed to what Nomad has. As you can see here, there is a cutout for the speaker, which is nice. I think that's a good touch. And then you've got the punch out for the speaker grill and the I/O. I do like the Otterbox latch here. That does have a little protection on the metal there. No, it's just like a metallic aluminum, as you guys can see. I like how the flap is much thicker and robust. That is really awkward. I've never seen leather work like that. I don't tan leather, but when it folds like that, that just doesn't seem right. I don't know. You guys let me know if that's right. If this turns out to be fake leather, I'll be mad. And look, it came scratched. Obviously, this is apparently going to be, you know, it'll patina after a while if it's genuine leather. But I don't like how it's got a scratch already. As you can see here, that they do have the case that provides protection against the camera array to make sure. You also have embossed here for the buttons, which is a little bit different than the Horween leather. But all in all, I do like the build. It is cheaper, not as high a quality. You can see the case there that it does have some grooves to provide you extra protection. It is a little more flimsy, but they do have punched in here kind of the grooves on the inside. That's I guess in theory you're supposed to provide you some extra protection because it traps it's supposed to trap air, but that's aligned. Oh, it's not on that side either. It's just on 4 of the sides, it appears. That's too bad. That's a little bit too bad, huh? As you guys can see, we've got the spot there for the credit cards like I already mentioned. So let's go ahead now and take it out of the case here from the Horween Leather and show you. I love the Horween Leather. This just smells so good. One other big difference here is you do have a money case, a little slot for money on the Horween Leather, but it does make it thicker more in general. As you guys can see with the cards in, it is a little bit thicker. The case does have a little groove there. The Nomad has the leather that kind of wraps all the way around the edge of the corner, but it still kind of exposes this hardened material. It is lined with polycarbonate, and it doesn't appear that the Otterbox is Magsafe, but we'll test that in a second. Whereas the Nomad is Magsafe. You can see I've got my credit cards here, which I will, I guess, transpose 2 over because there's only 2 slots. I like that touch where you've got the extra space there for pushing it up with your thumb. It is a little bit tight, I will admit. It's a little bit tight. You can push it up. You can kind of just drag it right up. That's nice. I like that. Putting them back in here, as you can see, we're going to go ahead now and place the iPhone 14 in its spot, showing you what that looks like. I like that. That's nice. You can see here that they do have some of the polycarbonate material like cut out. So when the leather folds, it does give you somewhat of a cohesive and uniform fold there. As you can see, it kind of goes into the groove, which is nice. I think that's a nice touch. You can turn the volume up and down. These are definitely clicky. You do have a plastic power button as well, whereas I believe the Nomad is metallic. It does latch close really nicely, and that just looks really slick. I like that. I don't like how it came scratched. That's unfortunate. Coming up here, as you guys can see, there is enough clearance there to protect against the camera. And then obviously you've got, if it does land flat, it does raise a little bit, which is nice. I do like, I will admit here, I do like how thin it is with the cards in there anyway, but you can't put cash, which is too bad. But this is really, really high quality. I really, really like it. As far as the Nomad, you can see that they do have metallic buttons like I mentioned. And this is Magsafe compatible. Let's go ahead and test out Magsafe by throwing on the Apple Magsafe. Nope, it's not. It doesn't magnetize there, but if you place it on top, I did feel that it did start charging, as you can see there. It does charge, so if you want to set it down and charge, it will still charge Qi Charge. I don't know if it'll be as efficient as having something that's like Magsafe, but that is one drawback, that this is not Magsafe compatible technically. That's too bad. Dang. One last thing I want to show you here is that it is nicely sewn right into the case, which I appreciate. All in all, it looks really, really good. A little disappointed, guys. I'm going to admit here, this is well over the typical price of a leather case. It doesn't necessarily smell like leather, but it does feel like leather. I've got some weird stuff going on with the way that it's tanned here. It might need some leather oil because it seems a little dry. They should have pre-oiled it, maybe with like a vegetable oil or something like that, but that probably wouldn't hurt. I do notice here that some of the leather that is sewn in here is a little tight. I'm just hoping that it doesn't come undone. But I still think that this Horween leather is way better. It smells good. It looks good. It's a little bit thicker. So, you know, if that's something that you want to be aware of. I do like how the last latch is on the other side as opposed to the Nomad. It goes and impedes into the Magsafe, which is too bad. But all in all, I think this is a solid product. I may not opt into it. I did do a review on the Toro leather, which is a enclosure case similarly to this. I'd recommend that. So if you want to check that up above or down below. Otherwise, if you want an Otterbox and stay with that brand, here is my review. It'll all be down below in the links in the description. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.